Hi, Stephen from Owner Disown. So I've got the mother of all laptops here. Probably currently one of the most powerful laptops you can get. The only other comparable one would be that Alienware 51M. But I believe this is going to be even more powerful because you do have the Prema BIOS on this as well. Now it's the Evoc laptop. Now I've got its predecessor here, you know, it's a Sager one, but it's all the same, made by Clevo.
And looking at the configuration options on Hidevolution, $2,600 gets you the 1070 model, $3,000 gets you the 1080 model, both available with the SLI option. My model is just over $3,000. You can have the RTX 2070 or 2080. The panel wise, you can have the 1080p, but I've got the 120 Hz QHD panel, 5 millisecond response time. And I've got the display calibration, minimal backlight bleed, and 30-day 0 pixel warranty. I've gone for the RTX 2080 at 60445, Prema BIOS. I've got the thermal Grizzly conductor note on the CPU GPU with thermal Fuji Poly pads. I've gone for the big boy CPU, the i9 9900K 8-core 16 thread. And RAM wise, I've gone for 32 gigabytes of 2,933 for an extra $325. Now there are 3 M.2 slots. 2 of them support PCI Express and SATA, whilst the third one supports PCI Express only. And there are 2 2.5-inch bays, of which I've got one with a 7,200 RPM terabyte hard drive. Wi-Fi, Intel 9260. My system has 2 330 watt power bricks because I've got the 9900K and the RTX 2080. But you can just get one single brick if you so wish, a 780 watt one.
So what is very good when you get these Clevo laptops, you don't just get like a pamphlet telling you how to turn a laptop on. You get the full Monty here. Even giving you instructions on how to, you know, repaste your laptop. This is a true desktop replacement. It really is. Desktop parts in it, you know. Of course, you've got the driver utilities, which you should get. Now, there's no CD drive in here, but, you know, you should get that. And you get some mounting sponges for your hard drives here to stop vibration. You get a cleaning cloth. You get a sticker, but you also get a full manual. You get thermal paste. You get 3 tubes of it, look. Now you get a bracket for your hard drive. Some spare screws. 3 different types of screw there, so that's nice. And we get probably a recovery USB drive and also probably the calibration drive, USB drive. So that's nice. You know, you're getting some good stuff there. Now, in this box is the power supplies. So we've got 2 babies here, 2 huge bricks, because of course we've got the 9900K CPU, which is an 8-core 16-thread beast. So we've got a 330 watt power brick here, and a second one. Now, what I do recommend, I mean, if you're going to spend $4,700 on this laptop, I recommend that you probably plumb for the 780 watt power brick. It's a single power brick. You can do without having these 2 and the adapter here to plug them both into. So of course you've got the 2 wall plugs to plug this into, and then they each plug into one of these, and then this into your laptop. So you've got to make sure you've got 2 sockets. So I do recommend that upgrade. You know, it's an extra 10% on your purchase. I think it's a quality of life thing, really. So here we have the laptop itself. It's like deja vu. It's just like my other one here. Now this is actually the 3rd one I've had. Previously I had the 7700K GTX 1081, and I upgraded that to the i7 8700K, and that's what I have been using for my daily drive all the time. Best laptop I've ever had. It's a ABS plastic build. It takes knocks very well. It's easy to clean. You know, it doesn't leave fingerprints. It may not look super sexy, but it's very functional. And that's, at the end of the day, what you're going for with this type of laptop. You're wanting a desktop that can be taken around with you, you know. And you know, another beauty about this, if you haven't seen it, you know, click up here. I've actually replaced the keyboard on this, because to get inside here, you take the back off, which is very easy to do. Standard Phillips screws, pull it up from the back, and you get access to most of the components. You don't have access to all of them, but you got some components you can access here. But most of the goodies that are going on is actually beneath the keyboard. So you need to be able to pop this keyboard out, and you do that by opening up the back, putting a screwdriver through the little hole, and this is held on by magnets, and out it pops.
So previous gen here, current generation here, with the 8-core CPU, 6-core CPU here, and the CPU here is cooled by these two heat sinks here, and it's exactly the same cooling mechanism here for the 8-core. Now here you have the GTX 1080, and it's an MXM base, so you have another slot here for that. Here is the 2080, and I suspect there's another slot here for that. There's no screws in there, so this is probably where you can possibly have two of them. Two RAM slots available here, as they are there. Other ones are under the motherboard, as are the 3 M.2 slots and Wi-Fi card. And you have access to the 2.5-inch drive base. There's actually two of them over here you can put in. At the moment it's just one, and you've got an 89 watt-hour battery and a large subwoofer.
So the keyboards and everything looks exactly the same. You have the same fingerprint reader, which is very responsive. I've never ever had any problems with mine at all. It works always great. The trackpad, it's a Windows Precision trackpad. It's smooth. It's plastic, but it works great. You have separate buttons, which are, you know, soft to press, but they're responsive too. And I've never had any complaints with those. The keyboard deck is very solid. It really is. It's probably the most solid keyboard deck I've had. And as I say, you can replace it. You can replace any of these parts. You know, go to RJ Tech, and they've got all kinds of spare parts. The screen, I mean, you have a little bit of flex, but it's plastic, and you know, it's nothing too bad. You do have this one big central hinge. It's just big. It's huge. You know, some people may not like it, but I don't mind it at all. The screen, it's quite stiff. You know, it's got good quality feel to it. Nice, huge, big power button. I do like that, and the activity lights are really nice. Now the speakers are located here. There's two huge speakers here. And you've got a big subwoofer underneath as well, and the audio is, you know, it's 85 decibel type sound. Now on mine you've got the Sound Blaster. In fact, you've got it also here, Sound Blaster, and you've got lack of stickers. That's what I do like. So that's awesome. Of course, look around the back, exactly the same, and you have these decals which light up, and you can configure the key lighting. Mine says RGB key light. It's not per key though, unfortunately, but I'm not sure whether it is here now. But you can configure the color on the decals as well. And the webcam up top is a 1080p webcam, and it's very good.
On the left hand side we have 2 gigabit Ethernet LAN ports. Very nice. 3 USB 3.1 Gen 1 ports. We have the audio connections here, digital in. We have the microphone, we have digital out, and we have the headphone jack. And it has an onboard ESS Hi-Fi Saber DAC. Very nice. Round the back, we have HDMI 2.0. We have a 4th USB 3.1 Gen 1 port and the power connector. And as you can see, we have huge air exhaust vents here for all the cooling that's inside. And then on the right hand side, we have a 5th USB 3.1 Gen 1 port, a 6-in-1 card reader. We have 2 Thunderbolt 3 ports, 2 mini DisplayPort 1.3s, and the Kensington lock. So this is a true desktop replacement. So its weight is 12 pounds 4 ounces, pretty heavy. With the 2 power bricks, we're looking like 18 pounds 14 ounces. That's pretty heavy to carry around in your backpack for sure. So here we have the Prema BIOS with lots and lots of options. You got the usual overclocking options here. We can change the power limits and the multipliers. Memory profiles. You can increase the settings here to try and increase the power. All kinds of options.
So that's it. So, you know, please put in the comments below what you'd like me to test. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.